All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new preview. This time it's to talk about Arsenal versus Leicester. And man, oh man, we're spoiling you guys. You guys are going to get a bit too used to doing with me and Lee doing shows, but joining me, of course, my boy Lee. Say hello to the people, bro.
Good evening, happy Saturday, and I'll give you my bank details, bruv. Yeah? You can wire over the fee I'm starting to charge you.
Well, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start slipping you some appearance money. I tell you.
I wondered what the fuck you were going to say then, bruv. No,
Come on, man. That's for private time.
bruv, seriously.
That's for private time. Oh, wow. So how have you been, man? Have you been over the international break?
Oh man, it's been boring, isn't it, man?
Oh,
do you know what it feels like?
I
And the fact that we're now playing Monday as well,
yeah.
right? It feels like it's been pre-season, like the off-season from the end of the season through to start of the season. It just seems like it's took a fucking eternity to get round to this weekend, and now we've got to wait till Monday night. And it's just like
not even this weekend we're waiting for. It's fucking Monday.
Like one of my next door neighbours, yeah, he's from France, right? And he said to me the other day, he goes, "You watching the England game?" I was like, "No, why would I be watching that?" He goes, "Yeah, but you're English." Like, I was like, "Yeah, bruv, listen, trust me, mate. Yeah, unless it's a World Cup or a Euros, I ain't fucking interested in that shit."
Never have I seen you on Twitter comment on the England game during one of these qualifiers. I don't even know what the fuck this competition is, bro. I don't even know what it is.
No, same.
Somebody was telling me the other day the title of the competition. I was like, what is it then? What are you telling me? It's just between these three teams then? For the group?
Mate, I'll be straight up. I don't understand. I've not even looked into it. I don't know what it's called. I've got no interest. As soon as we get to a Euros, cool. I'll back it. But I'll be honest with you. What pisses me off with it is the fact that they could shorten the season down by maybe 8 weeks by not having all these fucking meaningless games, right? Yeah. Or even some of these qualifying games. And then the season would finish in early April or end of March, right? Then they could go and play all of these games back to back.
Oh, bruv, use all these weeks that they're playing these stupid games and give these motherfuckers a winter break. Isn't what they've been talking about for years?
Fuck the winter break, man. Christmas fixtures are the one.
No, not around Christmas. I'd say do it around January. And I say that even though my birthday falls in January, but fuck it, do it around January. Just give them a damn break.
I don't want any break. Listen, let's be real, right? The Premier League is just like the craziest football league, right? Whether it's the best or not is debatable, right? But it's the most watched in the world, and everybody all over the world fucking loves this league, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many freak results that happen in the Premier League, you know. So it's so quick. It's like so many good players playing this league. Like, I don't want to see a break. I just want us to fucking, you know, we've just come onto this break on 9 straight wins. You know, now like we've got to hope and pray that all our players are back from international duty, fresh and unscathed, and you know, all fighting fit, ready to go. You know, I've seen that Liverpool have got about fucking 7 players out or something. I mean, I don't even know if they won today. I ain't seen the score. Did they win?
Yeah, they did well. They won 1-0. It was a scrappy win, but a win's a win, bro.
Well, there you go. But I see their injury list, and it was just ridiculous. And like, you know, these clubs, I know the country, like, to play for your country is a massive thing, but at the same time, it's got to be, the way this works has got to change, because ultimately that Premier League club, Liverpool, for example, is paying that guy's wages, right? So if he goes away on international duty and does a 6-month injury, Liverpool have got to still keep paying it, or any club have still got to keep paying that out. And they've now not got that player for 6 months because he was injured whilst not playing for Liverpool or Arsenal or whoever, yeah? Right? And I understand that like you've got to play these fixtures, but I just don't get why we're in the second international break and we've only started the season fucking, 2 months ago? Don't get it, man. Play him in the fucking summer.
Yeah, you make valid points. So in terms of our form, and obviously kind of just taking stock of everything that's happened up until now, how do you think we're doing at the moment? I mean, I know some of us are gushing over Iwobi, some of us are gushing over Lacazette, some of us are gushing over Emery. You know, what kind of, you know, we're just about to play for an unprecedented 10th win in a row, which I never thought I'd hear myself say. as an Arsenal fan, again, to be honest. What do you think about the way we're playing at the moment? Where do you think it will lead to eventually?
Well, I think we'll beat Leicester. I think we'll win all of our games, and then obviously we've got Liverpool, so that'll be 13 wins before we play Liverpool. And I'm not one of these people that's sitting there going, "Oh yeah, it's Liverpool, it's Liverpool." Fuck Liverpool. Seriously, the wank fest for Liverpool, I don't get it. Yes, they've got a great front three. Listen, Firmino for me is one of the most underrated players in the world. Firmino is fucking unreal, right? He is a brilliant footballer. And he bagged 20-odd goals last season, which has gone well under the radar, right? All the talk was about Salah this, Salah that. Well, sorry, it's looking like he's a one-season wonder at the minute, ain't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like he smashed it last season. Ramos
Well, he
fucked
did
him
score
up.
today, to be fair. He did score today.
Well, there you go. Yeah, but it's Huddersfield, man. Fucking... My nan could score against Huddersfield. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. They're fucking shit. Yeah, they're shit. No disrespect to them, but they scored fucking less goals last season than fucking, I think, Lukaku scored. Do you know what I mean? And that's a whole football team scoring less goals than Lukaku. Like, come on, man. How they stayed in the league is a fucking minor miracle off of the back of scoring that little amount of goals, right? But, like, Mane...
But then you said it yourself. Liverpool do have a lot of injuries at the moment.
Yeah, they do. Listen, Mane is a good player. Yeah, he's a good player. But he's... For me, their best player is Firmino. In my opinion, he's their best player. Right? Yes, they've gone out and they've spent a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. Right? But the way everyone's just going... Like, I'll give you... The easiest way to sum this up, right? At the start of the season, everyone was knocking one out about Fulham because they'd done £100 million and had Ryan Sessegnon play for them. Right? Yeah. Oh, Fulham are going to be up there. Wolves are going to be up there. And to be fair, Wolves have done really well. So credit them. Yeah?
Wolves are doing well.
Right? West Ham. West Ham, they're going to be fucking up there because they've done $100 million. Everton fucking throwing money at it. And I remember saying to Robbie, I said, I guarantee you now, by Christmas, at least one of them managers from them 4 teams will get sacked. Guarantee. Because it's going to go so wonky, right, that they're going to pull the plug and go, fuck, we've got to stay in this league. We've done 100 mil. Right? Now, Fulham's looking like the team that's going to happen to. Yeah, because that guy, when we played them the other week, mate, that geezer didn't have a fucking Scooby what he was doing on the touchline. He didn't have a fucking clue, right? Wolves have done really well, right? And they've got a lot of points on the board early, right? But they'll have a run where they go 12 games without a win, because this is the Premier League and that's what happens to you, yeah? But for Liverpool, like, I don't get, and this is where I'm comparing them, right? Liverpool finished whatever amount of points it was behind Man City last season. And I don't see how every single pundit, every single journalist, and 99.9% of football fans are sitting there going, yeah, Liverpool are title contenders. How? How many points did they finish behind Man City last season? Yeah? It's a fair few, isn't it? They finished, what, third last season or fourth?
Yeah, I think it's a valid point. It's a valid point. It's not like they know how to win the league.
We finished 37 behind them, and I think they finished, 10 points clear of us? So it's at least 27 points, whatever it was, right? How the fuck are they spinning around a 27-point gap? So I don't get it, right? If you look at Man City's team, they're a country mile better than anything in this country. A fucking shitload more better than anything in this country, right? Liverpool, yes, they've got good players. And I've said this before on here, and I've said it on Twitter, and people just don't get where I'm coming from. Right? Oh, yeah, but we've only conceded this amount of goals. Their defence at Liverpool will fuck them out of any sort of title challenge they think they're going to be in. Right? Because the only decent defender they have got, like top draw defender they've got, is Van Dijk. Lovren's pony and gets carried by Van Dijk, very similar to how Mustafi's been carried this season by Socrates.
Yeah.
Right? And yes, he's raised his game, but ultimately Mustafi will self-destruct the same as fucking Lovren will. Right? It's true. Let's be real. Because they ain't got the fucking mentality, the know-how or the nous to go, yeah, this is what it's about, being a top-level defender, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold is a fucking good young player. But he ain't elite. He ain't a Kyle Walker, is he? Let's be real. Right?
Yeah.
And he will make more mistakes over the course of a season than Kyle Walker. The boy Robertson at left-back is a good player. Right? He's a good player. Very good player. But he ain't elite, top draw, I'm the fucking best left back in the league. I'm better than Man City's left backs. They played Fabian Delph at left back last season. He looked like the fucking best left back in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
you convinced by Alisson?
well, listen, they've had a good start, Liverpool, right? And they've probably had the hardest set of fixtures out of the top 6 teams, right? Other than us. Yeah, they've played more teams that were in higher positions at certain times than we have. They're the only team that have done that. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he is elite. I don't think he's elite. I think he's in that next bracket down. I think he's better than Leno. Right? I do think he's better than Leno. Right?
Cool.
But the top goalkeepers in the world, it's like that Chelsea keeper. Come on, man. Kepa, whatever his fucking name is.
I think he should have done better with Martial's second goal.
Mate, that was a good finish, but yeah, he just watched
it was
it
a
come
good
in.
finish, but I felt like he didn't even die for it. I'm like, really?
And I thought Martial took a heavy touch on that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
he took a heavy touch. It was like, oh fuck, he's fucked that up, and then bang, wrong corner. Right?
Yeah.
I was shocked he came off. To be fair,
that
probably cost him the win. But
yeah,
I think Alisson's better than Leno. I think he's better than Leno. Yeah, based on what I've seen of both of them, but.
Better than Chig?
All day long, he's better than Chig. All day long. Mate, Leno's better than Chig. Fucking, you're better than Chig. Right? Chig's just had a good run. But what I'm trying to say is, like, if you want to be... How everybody has got them as title contenders off of the back of a brand spanking new goalkeeper coming in. Yes, he's a good goalkeeper, but he's not a fucking David De Gea, is he? Come on, let's be real. He's not...
Who finishes second for you, then?
Huh?
Who finishes second for you?
Well, I think Liverpool probably will finish second, to be honest with you, which is totally contradicting everything I'm saying, right?
That's what I was wondering.
But that's only because the other teams below them, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Man United, just ain't all that, you know. And we, you know, I think Liverpool will finish second. I said it at the start of the season. They will not mount a title challenge in any way, shape, or form. The same as Man United last season. They finished second, but they were never in a fucking title race, and that would be Liverpool this season.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with you about Liverpool's defence, but what I will say is I do agree in the sense that I think Chelsea's defence, United's defence, and our defence are fucking shit. And that will be ultimately the thing that will prevent us from kicking on to actually going on to challenge. Because I think Chelsea have had some good fixtures like us, and that's why they've been able to keep clean sheets.
Exactly.
But we saw today what their defence is actually like.
The thing is as well, going forward, if Hazard don't score, right, and I know they got 2 goals today, Chelsea, yeah? Right? Yeah. But was Hazard playing? Because I've been told this guy is the best player in the fucking world. Sky Sports have been knocking one out about him all week, yeah? Like, literally, he's fucking amazing. Sorry, was he playing?
Well, sorry, he dropped him, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking mate. The amount of people that bit on that tweet, I was like, yeah, I can't believe Sarri dropped Hazard today. Yeah, but mate, I didn't watch the first half, right? I watched the second half. I didn't even know he was on the pitch, right? Now, people are fucking going to me, oh yeah, he's the greatest, he's the best player in the Premier League. Sorry, no, he fucking ain't. He ain't even the best player at fucking Chelsea. Kante is, right? I put a list of players up the other day, about 20, 30 in the list that are better than Hazard in world football, right? The amount of fucking virgins that couldn't grasp the concept of me putting goalkeepers, defenders and midfielders in it, yeah, and strikers in it. Why are you comparing a goalkeeper with Hazard? Fucking seriously, engage your brain. Yeah, better players consistently turn up, right? It's all well and good turning up against fucking Cardiff City. Do it against Man United. You got pocketed by a fucking left winger playing at right back. If that was Lionel Messi, would he have been pocketed by Fabian Delph? No, he fucking wouldn't. Would Ronaldo have been pocketed by Fabian Delph? No, he fucking wouldn't. Don't even come with this talk about Hazard's the 3rd best player in the world, because he fucking ain't. Suarez is. Yeah? Bale's better. Isco's better. There's millions of players better than him. He's fucking bang average.
Hazard feels like it is the 3rd best player in the world. That doesn't make him the 3rd best player in the world. He is a wonderful, wonderful talent when he wants to be.
He hasn't got the mentality. He hasn't got the mentality, right? And it's very similar to Ozil, right? This is how I look at it, right? They're both technically fucking unbelievable, right? Both of them. Ozil and Hazard are like in the Premier League. I'd say maybe David Silva could compete on that level, possibly, right? But other than that, I don't see any other player in the Premier League or any other players on their level technically. Yeah, mentally they're fucking clueless. Mentally, they're down in fucking bottom players, like the shit cunt players, right? Because they ain't got the fucking mental fucking ability to go. Do you know what? Lionel Messi and Ronaldo are stratospheres away from everybody. But do you know what? I could compete for a Ballon d'Or if I turned up week in, week out. But neither of them do because they're comfortable floating through life, right? And, you know, oh yeah, I've scored 7 goals this season. I'm the top goal scorer. He got player of the month. He's done, mate. Trust me. He is done for the next 3 or 4 games now, right? Because that is his mentality. You know, people said to me the other day, oh yeah, but he only downed tools because he wanted Jose out and Jose was playing negative football. Oh, right. Well, when Jose was Real Madrid manager playing negative football, Ronaldo scored 60 fucking goals that season. There is your fucking difference. My man went a whole year without a goal. Don't even try comparing him to that, right?
Would you have Hazard at Arsenal?
Nah, man. No way. People have ripped me to shreds about that. I don't want him because do you know what? 1 year he'll fancy it. The next year he fucking won't. And if you don't like the manager, and if you don't like the formation, and if you don't like where he's being played, he will down fucking tools. You cannot have passengers. We've already got one. Yeah. Why have another one? Yeah. I'd have so many other players over him. I'd have Sane, I'd have Mane, I'd have Firmino, I'd have Salah. Bearing in mind, I said at the beginning of the show, I think Salah's looking like a little bit of a, yeah.
I'd have Salah. I'd have Salah.
I'd have Mahrez over him.
Because even if this is a quiet season for Salah, he's still banging in goals. He still is banging in goals.
You know what I feel about Neymar, yeah? I'll take Neymar over him all day long.
Wow. I was going to ask, bro. I was going to ask.
All day long. Because the thing with me, right, like I said, he's technically so fucking good, right? Let's be real here. He's 27 years old.
Yeah.
Right? This is now his peak years coming up for the next 3 years, yeah? He's 27. Yes, he's got off to a good start. And if he stops scoring, Chelsea are fucked.
Yeah.
Right? Because Giroud ain't going to score you goals. not as many as you need to go out and elevate yourself up a table. Morata, I'm sorry, but fucking Salah scored more goals in the last 2 seasons than Morata scored in his whole career. And this guy played for fucking Real Madrid when they're laying it on a plate for you, yeah? Right? He's played for Juventus where they're laying it on a plate for you. My man can't score in a fucking brothel, bruv. Trust me. Yeah?
So, is Welbeck than Morata?
Mate, I'll take Welbeck.
Oh, shit.
I'll take Welbeck. Do you know why? Because at least
he hates Welbeck, people. Yeah? He hates Welbeck.
I'd take Welbeck because at least he's got a bit of fight in him and he gets it and he'll work his ass off. Morata, I've seen him walking around the pitch today, man. That guy weren't fucking interested today. Yeah? And like, and this is the thing, right? English football fans, they overhype certain players because it's their favourite player, right? So most Chelsea fans of a certain age between, say, 14 and 25 will fucking come in their fucking knickers at Eden Hazard because it's, oh, look at Hazard, he's great, he's this, he's that. Yeah? The reality is the guy turns up when he feels like it. Same with Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil appeals to people of a certain age. Anybody older than that, for Chelsea fans and for Arsenal fans, will tell you Hazard is a liability. I've got Chelsea mates that are in their 40s, right? And I've been mates with them a long, long time. They want him gone. They want him gone. They've said he's he's a snake in the dressing room. He will out a manager. He will down tools. Yet he'll still happily take his fucking 200 grand a week. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
apart from anything, I'll be honest. If I was a Chelsea fan and I'm seeing this player talking about, I really want to go to Madrid, but you know, if Madrid don't come and get me, then I'm happy to stay. I'll say, fuck off. Go now.
Yeah, some days I wake. What was it? He said, some days I wake up and I think I want to go and play for Madrid, and then other days I wake up and I'm happy at Chelsea. Like, that says the mentality is all wrong, mate. Yeah? And the geezer thinks he's better than he is, because let's be real, there's no way he's getting in fucking Real Madrid's team because he ain't that good. He ain't. Who's he getting in over?
Yeah, he ain't getting in over Bale.
No chance, man. Bale's miles better than him. Yeah, but people are going, oh, yeah, but you're comparing Bale and you're comparing this player and you're comparing that player. And they're talking about this season, yeah? I'm
And
talking about consistency.
I had Asensio over him thinking about it.
All day long. I'd have Isco over the geezer all day long. Isco is a fucking baller, bruv. Yeah? He is a fucking baller. One of the best midfielders in world football, right?
Yeah.
But this fucking wank fest, mate. Like, even before Courtois went to Real Madrid, Courtois is better than Hazard because he's consistently better. He performs more often than not, right? This bromance with Hazard, is because he can do the magical shit every now and again, like he done against Tottenham that time to stop them winning the fucking league, like when Leicester won it, right? He went to that fucking game and he took them a fucking part, and it was like, do you know what? As a neutral, looking at that, it was like, do you know what? If that guy played like that every week, I'd sit here and go, do you know what? Fucking fair play to you, He's got that in him, but because that was, we're going to stop Tottenham, he decides to turn up. Where the fuck were you the rest of that season?
Let me ask you a question then, because I saw an interesting debate on the Top Six show on AFTV earlier. I thought it was an interesting debate, and that was whether Arsenal could rely on Özil to get through a difficult game. Right now, I think there's no chance you could ever rely on Özil to do such a thing. But speaking about Hazard, you seem to think the similar thing about him. Who do you think is more dependable in that situation, Hazard or Mesut Ozil?
That's a great question. That is a fucking good question. And it's a tough one, right? Because I'm not looking and taking into account just this season, right? Yeah. And to be fair, Ozil's been decent this season.
Yeah.
Right? He's been all right. He's scored a few goals. His work rate's improved. And he's tracking back more and he's getting stuck in more, right? Eden Hazard scored 7 goals or whatever it is this season. And the goal against Liverpool was just fucking unbelievable. Right? That was just a joke of a goal, right?
Yeah.
And what I will say is maybe 8 out of 10 times against the bigger teams, Eden Hazard does show up.
Yeah.
Right? But then how many of them were penalties?
True.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Although I'm still angry about the one that Coquelin just bounced off
of him, mate. Coquelin's still spinning. It's like we turned him into a prime Messi that day. You know what I'm saying? Right? But I think that when it comes to bigger games against, like, when it means something. So, like, I know he scored a penalty against Man United, and that basically won him the league. Yeah.
Well,
listen, anyone can score a fucking penalty.
Yeah.
It's pot luck. It's a lottery, right? You know, so they could have put the goalkeeper on that penalty and he might have scored it. But he does do, I'd say Eden Hazard does do more over a course of a season when he wants to, in terms of not when he's down tools for a year. Like every other year, Eden Hazard will turn up and he will be the game changer in maybe a third of the games. Ozil ain't that game changer in a third of any games. Yeah, he's a game changer maybe 1 in every 5. 1 in every 10. Yeah. Both of them are very similar in terms of like the way I see him, personality wise and mentally wise on the pitch. It's like if they don't fancy it, they're literally just walking around the pitch. Hazard today, mate. Seriously, I watched him closely today. Yeah, right. He's literally just walking. He loses the ball and he stops. And it's like you can't have passengers in your team, especially against Man United. Yeah,
I take it he's not in your FIFA team.
Is he fuck? Is he fuck? I got Sane, Aubameyang, and fucking Mbappe as a front three. Yeah? I'm looking at it now, right? I've then got fucking De Bruyne, Fabinho, and Kante as the midfield. Yeah, this one to make you laugh. I got Van Aanholt at left back.
Okay.
I got David, mate. He's fucking unreal. That Van Aanholt.
I know you rate him.
Yeah,
I know you do.
He's fucking brilliant on this game. I've got Davison Sanchez. I know, right? Yeah.
Okay.
But I did have Azpilicueta there, but Azpilicueta's too small, whereas Davinson Sanchez isn't. And I'll be honest, Davinson Sanchez is a fucking beast on this game. I've then got Eric Bailey next to him.
Right.
And then I've got Kyle Walker, and then my goalkeeper's David De Gea. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, there's no way Hazard's getting in over Sane, bro. That's one of the best players on this fucking game. He's that overpowered. Like, do you know what? This is how funny it is, right? Eden Hazard, when who was it got injured in my fucking Sun Dream team? I think it was Mane. No, hang on. Who did I have there? I can't remember who I had there, but they got injured. I think it was Mahrez, and he got injured. Whoever it was, he got injured, and I had about £6.5 million to spend on my dream team. Yeah, 7 mil, whatever it was, and I actually put Mane in because I refused to have him in my team. Hazard, because I don't like him. Don't like him, mate. Can't stand the geezer. Yeah, the hype around him, all the little fuck boys and fanboys that jizz over. Oh, look at it! Oh no, he scored the wonder goal. Yeah, trust me, that goal against Liverpool ain't getting goal of the season. Trust me. Ramsey's goal against Fulham was fucking 10 times better than that. So let's calm down a bit, yeah? Yeah, fucking Sigurdsson's goal the other day against fucking whoever they played was 10 times better than that. So let's just calm down.
I prefer that goal as well, actually, yeah. All right, so let's focus a little bit on the
fuck Chelsea. Fuck Chelsea.
So let's focus a little bit on the Arsenal. So obviously, Emirates game. What do you think about Leicester? Because, Leicester are one of them teams, bro. I must admit, whilst I think we're going to win this game, I think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people are talking. When you look at Leicester's current form, they've won 4, they've lost 4, they're 10th, but they always give us a game. Always give us a game. And Vardy always wakes the fuck up against Arsenal. What do you see? How do you see that game playing out?
To be honest, I think we'll batter them.
Okay.
I do. I genuinely think we'll batter them. And it still pains me now, right, that when Welbeck scored that last-minute header against them, and jumped in the crowd, I was in Tenerife on holiday, right? And it was quite funny, right? I'm sat in this fucking bar, and I got into the bar in the morning, right? And there was nobody in it. So it's just me, and I'm on the beers, like me and my missus, we're on the beers. And I'm sat there, and I was fucking lagging at half-time, man. Seriously, I was smashed, right? But unbeknown to me, all behind me, because I was sat right at the front looking at the big screen, yeah? By the time Welbeck scored that goal, there was about fucking 3,000 people in this fucking restaurant. I'm jumping around going, you fucking bastards, get in, yeah? I was going mad, right? And everyone's just looking at me like, who's this nutty English guy with an Arsenal shirt, right? But, mate, I'm still not over that. We should have fucking won the league that season, yeah?
Yeah,
right. But Leicester ain't the Leicester they were. Let's be honest. Since they've won the league, again, they all down tools.
Yeah.
They all got comfortable. They've all had the payout for being champions. They've all had the cars and the watches off the owner and all that bollocks.
Plus, they're a little older. And they were old when they won the league. They're a little older.
Plus, players have left. Drinkwater's left. Mahrez has left. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like, they're still a threat going forward because Vardy is fucking lightning quick. Right, and if we play a dumb-ass game, they'll just fucking exploit that by putting long balls over the top, and he's just going to leave us for dead. But
Mustafi against Vardy terrifies me. It terrifies me.
No, to be honest, they've got that Damari Gray as well. He's not a bad little player. But
Iheanacho.
Yeah, I just look at their team and I just think it's not scary. Like, Vardy, yeah, cool. You bagged 20 odd goals in one season. Whoopie do. Yeah,
you're less
fucking do.
Mahrez is left. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but he's gone to City, so I can't back him, man. But no, to be honest with you, I do think that Mahrez was their best player by a mile, right? Yeah. And he has definitely taken something away from, like, obviously now he's left. That has taken something away from the way they played because the guy was so good technically, left or right footed. He could turn defence into attack, bang, just like that. And he'd put it straight on Vardy's foot or straight on Vardy's head from anywhere on that pitch. And the amount of goals they scored off of the back of a Mahrez-Vardy combination was just unreal. And, that, you know, you've just read their record out, 4 wins, 4 losses. Mate, we're going to rip them. They ain't even going to know what's hit them. You know, and fucking Harry Maguire with his fucking massive head, you know, is fucking going to be sitting there crying like a baby once Aubameyang tears him a new one.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know what to really think about Wenger's mate, Claude Puel. He's just one of those kind of like managers that I think he settles the team down and steadies the ship, but isn't necessarily the type of manager that will then transition a team into, right, now I've steadied the ship, this is how we're going to play. I think he's just one of these kind of solid, park the bus and try and hit them on the counter-attack type of players, which is why I hope people like the Mustafis, your Xhakas, people who are notoriously slow at reading the game in our squad need to be quick thinkers on Monday, because it's difficult. Games after the international break are always difficult, and so I hope we're focused and I hope we play well. So all right, so you know what we do when we do previews. We do hopeful 11s. Yeah, so where we try and not necessarily predict what the manager would do, but play the sort of team that we would play against Leicester. So let's see if we can do a combined one, me and you, Lee. You up for that? Mr. Gunner.
Sorry, man. I went to swipe an app away and I swiped the wrong one. But no,
I was just saying, maybe we should do a hopeful 1 to 11, just me and you, and just see if we can do a combined. This is the team we'd play against Leicester. Okay,
well, I think we're both going to agree on Chig being in Leno being in goal. Sorry, because Chig's in.
I'm going to say, to me, here's the thing. I know people are shitting on Chig, like Chig wasn't in good form prior to his injury. In my view, this is the ideal opportunity to play Chig in the Europa League. He'll have time to learn this play with the feet that is bullshit, because they're going to press him.
And we've got Blackpool as well. Play him in that.
Oh, and play, yeah, why not? Play him in that. He's winding down his career. Leno is our future. He's playing well. Clearly, the defence is confident with him.
That's the thing. The confidence in the defence, you can see it, right? Because you know there's none of this panicking and going back towards the corner flag or back towards the touch line in line with the post. Yeah, it's like with Chig, he sort of panics everyone because he's not used to playing it. And I'm not saying listen. I don't think he's good enough to play for Arsenal, right? Chig. I don't think he's good enough, right? I think I've said this a million times. We should never assault Szczesny. He should have been number one, right? And the fact that Juventus have fucking said, "Yeah, cool, you're a goalkeeper," after Buffon, like, come on, man, how have we allowed this to fucking happen? Seriously.
Well, he kicked out Buffon effectively.
Yeah, pretty much. Buffon's had to fuck off to PSG to get a game, right? But no, like I think if we were going to buy Chig, he should have been number 2, and Szczesny should have been number 1, which means that we probably wouldn't have brought Leno. So, listen, that's the old regime. Fuck all that bullshit. We've got Leno. I think that he's been decent when he's come in. I think that he gives confidence to the back four and to the midfield. I think that his distribution is fucking unreal. He's quick. Like when the ball goes out of play for a goal kick, he ain't standing there loitering around waiting for the ball boy to get it back. He's running, he's getting it down, bang, gone. Right? Yeah. So while they're all walking back with their backs to him, like back to their own goal, bang, he's already passed that ball out. We're now breaking away, bang, bang, pretty patterns, yeah? So, yeah, I think he's in goal, obviously.
As much criticism as I've levelled at Mustafi, I think he'll play better with Leno behind him. Just because he's the guy who usually receives the ball first. So if he ever does need to pass it back to the goalkeeper, he's not hesitating. He'll just be like, "Oh, Leno's behind me, cool," and just pass it back to him without any drama or issues. And that's me saying that, and I'm a big critic of Mustafi. So
yeah, I know, I agree, mate. I agree. And Socrates has improved Mustafi this season, I think, as well. So you know, if we can get Mustafi up to like Socrates level, then we've got 2 decent centre backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I agree. So right back. Are we agreed here? Your boy Hector?
Yeah, man. Zoolander
himself?
Mate, he's undroppable at the minute. Yeah, because he has... Listen, this is where people get me mixed up, right? I only criticise if they're taking the piss, yeah? And that geezer took the piss for too long, right? This season, he's realised, oh, fuck, we got a proper manager that's going to drop me if I play like a twat. Right, and the crosses that guy has been putting in this season have just been wow. Like, has he been watching Beckham? Seriously.
And to him, he's been one of the most vocal at praising the new manager and praising the new tactic. It's almost as though he's waiting for someone to give him that kick up the arse.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like.
And the fact that he knows that he's got Lichtsteiner breathing down his fucking neck.
That too.
So it's a case of like he has to perform because he knows he's got a fully qualified, certified fucking right back breathing down his neck. And you know, we see again. I can't remember what game it was where he was Lichtsteiner was leaning over the guy What game was that? Fucking, I think it was Vorskla, was it? He's leaning over the guy, going, "Why are you fucking diving?" Kicking off, and like everyone's dragging Lichtsteiner away. It's like, no, let him at him, man. Let him at him. I can't. I think it was Vorskla. It might not have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the geezer dived. He's fucking screaming and shouting. It's like, yes, that's what I want. Tell him he's a cunt. Yeah, but yeah, Bellerin, man, Bellerin all day long. And for me, left back, I'm going Monreal. I know that, you know, everyone was in fucking meltdown about, oh, he's too old, he's too shit, he's fucking gifted Fulham a goal. Fuck off, man. He's been our best player consistently since he's joined Arsenal Football Club. He has been our most consistent fucking player. Let's be real.
I agree with you. For me, I do. Although I do think Monreal has dropped, particularly from last season. I agree with that. I do agree with that. If there's ever a player that deserves a pass, at least for now, and hope he steps it up, as Monreal. So Monreal, for me, I have no problem him playing left back. Who's our two centre backs?
Is Socrates fit? He was on the bench, wasn't it? He was on the bench for Fulham, was he?
I heard he was facing a late fitness test. That was where I heard it and left it. I've not heard anything else since.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then Rob Holding and Mustafi.
Yeah.
If that's not the case, then still Rob Holding and Mustafi, because Rob Holding deserves to keep the shirt.
I'd be tempted to drop Mustafi personally, but there you go.
Nah, see, I don't, mate, I can't agree with that, right? Because I think you've just come off of the back of a 5-1. You've played well. International breaks come along, and now you're getting dropped because Socrates is back. It's like, in his head, you've just killed his confidence.
I worry about that.
Right? And Rob Holding's obviously been told you're not going to be number one centre-back this season, but if you get in the starting 11 and you do well, you're going to keep the shirt. So,
we both agreed on Holding. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. I think Holding's playing extremely well.
Listen, I love Socrates. I think he's proved a fucking lot of people wrong so far about how good he actually is. Right?
Me included.
Yeah, a lot of people were writing him off before he even signed, right? So, but at the same time, if he's fit or not, you go with the same pair that beat Fulham, because they deserve to keep the shirt for the next game. And if one of them has a mare, or one of them doesn't play that great and we draw, or we win just, and one of them ain't played great, then the next game, you go, right, sorry, Rob. Sorry, fucking Squadron, or whatever your fucking name is, back up on top, fucking
I didn't even try to remember his first name.
I'm not Ty, bruv. Ty only calls them first names. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Fucking... But... Nah, man. Like, if one of them has a mare, then yeah, that's when you take one out. But for me, like, I've grown up in an era where, like, I've seen, like, a player come into the team, and if you play well, you keep the fucking shirt, whether that's fucking Bergkamp's shirt, whether that's Henri's shirt, whether that's fucking Paul Merson's shirt, Paul Davis' shirt, Alan Smith's shirt. Yeah, you get in that team and you start doing the do. Yeah, you're keeping the shirt. So. That's how I've always been. If you get in, and Rob Holding, let's be fair to him, he come in the team, bang, he smashed it, mate. So, and he's played a few games now. So, Socrates has got to be sitting there going, right, I've got to do well, man, to get back in this side now. And that's what you want. You want healthy competition. We've got that all over the squad now, not just in centre back, but we've got it everywhere. Left back, right back, you know, fucking midfield, strikers, left wing, right wing, central attacking midfield, and that's props to fucking Emery, man, because he's been taking players out half time, like 20 minutes to go. He's been dropping players, and we're all sitting there going, right, how comes Iwobi starting? Or how comes fucking, you know, Guendouzi's played 3 in a row? How comes he's dropped today? It's all about mentality, man. And it's all about telling players, listen, keep on your fucking toes. You were shit last game. You're getting dropped this game. Now work harder. And the levels have gone up.
And even Ozil has had that message, because ever since that motherfucker has been, ever since that story came out about him and Emery having a buster,
he's been superb.
That guy has been very, very good. Very, very good.
Scored 3 goals in that time as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that he needs to fucking improve, because he don't score enough goals. But since he's come back, he's scored 3 goals.
Oh, credit to him, because he could have been sour grapes, you know, mooching around on the pitch.
That's how I thought he was going to be. That's how I thought he was going to be. I'm eating humble pie, bruv. Trust me, it tastes sour right now. Yeah, Yeah, but no, fair play to him, man. Listen, like, let's not get it twisted. I want him to do well. He plays for Arsenal, but you know, if it took a kick up the arse and a row, and people won't believe it was a row. It was just he's injured or he's ill or what. Fuck off, man. Yeah, the geese are fucking ill every week. So
there's no smoke without fire sometimes.
Of course not, man. Of course not. But yeah, let's move on to midfield.
Yeah. So who's our two? This should be pretty easy. But who is our two central midfielders?
Torreira and Xhaka.
Yeah. For me, I think they both play well with each other. Why break that partnership up? Let's see what they can do pushing forward. So for me, I'm happy with that as well. So now it depends on what we want to do with our attacking players. Are we going 3 attacking midfielders across the line?
Yeah, I think a 3 and then a 1 up front. I think that's what you'll do. Yeah, I think so.
So here's the big question. Who plays on that right-hand side?
Right-hand side?
Yeah.
I'd go with Iwobi.
Me too.
He got did he get a goal or an assist or whatever it was? Not that I care about assists, but within 5 minutes of Nigeria playing the other day, man setting up goals and shit. So
played well generally as well. Played very well.
And let's be honest, the guy's full of confidence right now. Yeah, he's smashing it right now, to be fair to him. And, you know, it's nice to see that the fans have got off his case and the fans are cheering him when he comes on as a substitute and shit. And the fact that he actually changes the game when he comes on, like he did against Watford. You know, we were 0-0 when he came on against Watford. Bang, bang. He's come on.
And lots of motherfuckers are eating humble pie.
Oh, mate. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Because you see how everybody is everyone is when I'm slagging Ozil off, yeah? Right? You're a hater. You're racist. You're racist and all that, yeah? Yeah, watch, bruv, right? Watch if Iwobi keeps smashing it. I'm retweeting all these fucking two-faced twats, right? And all these hypocrites from the summer, yeah, that were sitting there giving it Iwobi this, Iwobi that. From summertime, you know this, yeah? From summertime, with all this fucking stand with Ozil bullshit, right? From summertime, I stand with Iwobi. And I take back everything I said. I said it in the summer. It's a clean slate. Every player gets a free pass, right? Yeah. And from the minute that guy signed his, or not even before he signed his contract, it was just like after the World Cup when the Ozil shit happened. Yeah, I was like, nah, man, everyone's bypassing Iwobi. Oh, yeah, that's because he's shit. Really? All right, so because he's shit, you're allowed to be racist. Yeah, cool, good one.
That was where I just thought, you know what? You're no longer relevant in this conversation. To have such an opinion, oh, well, it's all right to be racist to somebody because they're shit. Eh? Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Oh, that pissed me off so much. But to me, I love it. I love it because I know who those individuals are. So whenever Iwobi does something, I go onto their Twitter and see what they have to say. I just go on and just smile. I don't even comment. I just see what they had to say. All them people that saying he's mid-table, he doesn't deserve to wear the Arsenal shirt. They go quiet.
Right, yeah. I'll be honest. I've been foul of doing that, man. But you know what? I wiped that all under the carpet as soon as Emery was signed as Arsenal manager. Yeah, and I was just like, everyone, literally, you know this, man. I said it on this show. Everybody gets a free pass under Emery. Everybody. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. And he's one of them. So the only one who don't is Cole Jenkinson, man. He can go fuck himself. Man's literally fucking won the lottery. How's that geezer? And do you know what, right? You see when Ramsey leaves, because he is going to leave, yeah? Do you remember the British court? He's the last man standing.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, how have you survived Kieran Gibbs, Jack Wilshere, fucking all them, yeah? Like Oxlade-Chamberlain, Walcott. Yeah. How are you the last man standing out of that, bruv, yeah? Like, unreal. Like, literally unbelievable.
Hey, you gotta give it to him. That agent, I need that fucking agent.
Mate, trust me, he must be fucking. His tongue must stink of shit, bruv. Trust me, because he is licking enough arse.
Shit. Right. So I won't be right hand side. Number 10.
Ozil.
Not Mickey, no.
No.
Yeah,
although saying that contradicts what I said about keeping the shirt. And Mickey played well against Fulham.
He did.
So, yeah, I'll change my mind on that. I'll go Mickey.
You know what people are going to do? They're going to jump on here and and they're going to say you're hating. But I've seen a few people's 1 to 11s, right? And a lot of the comments they make is, oh, well, you can't put Chig in, or you can't put, Socrates in because you got to play the same team that plays against Fulham. As soon as it comes to Ozil, they make room for Ozil, though. Wait a minute, Ozil didn't play against Fulham. So if you have that same energy for other players, you should have that same energy for Ozil. Exactly. Mind you, I would play Ozil on Monday. But that's only because this guy has a habit of playing better at home. And against a team who I think are going to be quite stubborn, I think Ozil could be the difference in terms of unlocking the defence, which I know annoys the hell out of you to hear. But I honestly do think that. I think he will make a difference. As much as I love Iwobi's a different type of player. Iwobi's a ball carrier.
Yeah, but like at the same time, like I said earlier, right? If you drop Mkhitaryan, and let's be real, right? That pass that Mkhitaryan made, which ultimately resulted in the Ramsey goal, that was a key pass in that game, right? Because that pass, the way he done that at full speed around the corner, all in one movement. Yeah, if he hadn't have done that when he did, we wouldn't have scored that goal. If he had took a touch and gone backwards or sideways or whatever, we would never have scored that goal, right? And I don't think he's been great this season. In fact, I think he's probably been our worst player this season, right?
Yeah,
but at the same time, he never played against Karabag. He come in for that game against Fulham, and he done all right. He sort of was involved in quite good things in the game. Ozil was obviously another fucking illness or back spasm. Yeah, fucking the geezer has more fucking illnesses than, mate. We should start calling him Sick Note. Do you remember Darren Anderton?
Yeah, Sick Note Ozil. It really is.
I guarantee you now, Darren Anderton's played more games than him. Like by the end of Ozil's career, Darren Anderton's probably played more games than Ozil, and he used to get called Sick Note. Yeah, but I wouldn't. No, man. Mickey, I changed my mind. Mickey's got to start. Right, and then you can have Ozil on the bench.
Because for me, I've always said Mickey's a number 10. He ain't a winner. He's a number 10.
He ain't. But Iwobi's the same. Iwobi's a number 10. He ain't a winger.
Yeah, but Iwobi works hard, though. Mickey doesn't. Mickey just doesn't work hard for the flex. So that's why I don't mind Iwobi there. But you're right. Iwobi is a number 10 as well. On the left-hand side?
Aubameyang. Yeah.
More as a kind of a second striker, left-hand side type of thing. But yeah, I'd be happy to do that. For me, I think the good thing about having so much faith in Monreal is knowing that Uber's not going to be able to help him out as much as we would all like.
Well, that's the thing. Like Monreal's better defensively
than
Bellerin, and if you actually look at that Fulham game, I think we discussed this the last time we were on here. Yeah, like in that second,
I know he's in the
big up Waller. Yeah, that second half, the first half, everyone was just fucking bombing forward. Bellerin, Monreal, everyone there. That second half, when Bellerin was going forward, Monreal was staying back. Right? But the one thing Monreal gives you is he will give you an overlap all day long, right? And I know Bellerin started to do that more this season and is starting to deliver better, right? But Kolasinac, for me, man, nowhere near this starting 11. I said to you on the last show, sell him. Right, so Monreal, for me, ain't ever going to get dropped because Kolasinac ain't up to it, right? But Aubameyang ain't going to track back, you know that, which is where you've got to have your fucking midfield on point. And if you've got Torreira covering the wing or Xhaka covering the wing, whichever one, you know, then that sort of compensates a little bit. And then when you do spring a counter-attack, you know that you've got Aubameyang high up the pitch and you know that Monreal will overlap him so you can do a quick counter-attack and fucking, you know, the pace that Aubameyang's got, he can just fucking rip anyone apart. And if Monreal's fucking running on past him, he can slot him in all day long for across to Lacazette for a tap-in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I would 100% agree with you on that. Speaking of wingers, it would be amiss to not mention our boy Reece, killing it in Germany like it's light work for him. My man scored 4 in 4 now.
Scored 2 in 7 minutes today.
Yeah, bro is on fire. God, I kind of hope and pray he comes back in January. Since basically our managing director and our CEO have basically come out and said, yeah, we ain't buying anyone in January. Why not just get one of our own fucking players back in January? What do you reckon about it?
I'd leave him out there.
Yeah.
I'd leave him out there. I'd leave him out there. Let him play the full season out there. He started as a striker today.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he started as a striker today.
Okay.
So, he scored 2 goals in 7 minutes. Yeah. Fair play to him, man. The free kick he scored for under 23s the other night as well for England. Mad free kick. That was
completely
miles out.
Forgot about that. That was a big boy free kick.
Yeah, literally, the geezer's on fire at the minute.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I 100% agree. I think Nelson is turning into a hell of a player, and I'm so glad we locked him down to a new contract before letting him go. And fair play to the kid. At 18 years old, he just thought, "Fuck it, let's go Germany. Let's do this thing."
Yeah, and fair play to him. That takes big balls, man. To fucking just go, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go to fucking a completely different league. Yeah, completely different language. Yeah. Completely different ideas, mentality, philosophy, everything. Yeah? And he's gone out there and he's actually scored 4 goals in 4 games for them, right? Which is mad. And I didn't see his first goal today. I see his second goal. His second goal, right? He totally fucked the keeper because it was a great little touch to him. Right, but I think the keeper thought he was going to square it back across goal. Yeah, and he just fucking pinged it top corner. It was just like, do you know what? Yeah, you were proper fucking done him with the eyes there, man. Proper. Yeah, and it was just like, for somebody so young to have so much intelligence, right? But watching him last season, because I see him in the Europa League and all that, right? And watching him, that guy's crosses, mate, he don't rush across. Right, and when I'm saying last season, Bellerin can't cross, fucking Iwobi can't cross, fucking nobody can cross. We just stop and go sideways and backwards. When Reece Nelson was playing games last season, he was putting them on a plate, not just little fucking cutbacks. He was always picking the right cross, the lofted one, the low-driven cross, whatever. And he was finding a teammate 9 times out of 10. Right, and for somebody that young to be able to play with that much confidence and with that that much swagger, and to be able to fucking just go out there no matter who the opposition is, right? Mate, fucking fair play to him, and I'd leave him there for the whole season. Let him get knowledge, let him get fucking trained up, right? And then next season we've got a fucking player on our hands, mate. The only thing I will say is he might actually have it too fucking bang off out there and might want to stay there.
To be fair to him, he's already come out, I think it was last week, and said that he loves being in Germany, but he says that his real aim is to start for Arsenal. He's an Arsenal man, and he hopes to come back and start for Arsenal. Like, yes, brother, come back, man. Just don't get too comfortable out there. Come back. So I'm happy he's doing well, because the kid has been very brave, and I'm glad. And to be honest, I'm hoping this will inspire some of our other youngsters to say, "Fuck it, let's take a risk and go out there and learn something different, and come back a better player." Because I think Reece will benefit from this now. I really do. I really do. Someone like Eddie will be watching this, thinking, "You know what?" Because I saw him tweet about Reece Nelson earlier, saying, "That's my boy." I hope he goes out there next season if the time comes and says, "You know what, fuck it, let's take the risk. Let's go out there and see what I can do."
Well, I'm shocked that Eddie ain't really played many games this season. Like, even in the Europa League and even the League Cup and stuff, I'm just shocked that he ain't really featured. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that guy burst onto the scene and fucking ripped Norwich a new one. First touch, bang, goal. Yeah, then scores the winner. And every time he got the ball, it was like the whole crowd would just stood up, fucking shouting, Eddie. And he was just literally ripping people. Yeah, and it's just it's a little bit sad how it's gone, really. But then at the same time, when you've got fucking Welbeck, fucking Aubameyang and fucking Lacazette in front of you, it's difficult, isn't it, man? Do you know what I mean?
Especially when all of those three are in good form as well.
Exactly. They're all banging goals in for fun, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So his time will come. He just needs to be patient. I hope he is patient. And then up top, it's the main man lacquer, the player who I believe, even as much as I love Iwobi, I think this player is the one that's benefiting the most from Emre, I think. I really do. I think his confidence is up. I think he knows who he is. He knows what he wants to do. And I think he's such a complete player. And I've said it from the very get-go. I'll say it again. I think he'll outscore Uber.
Yeah, I said that as well.
So there you go. So that's sorry. Bro.
I was going to say, and let's be real. If you look at the finishes that he had against Fulham, you know, the first goal he scored against Fulham, everyone thought he was putting that top corner, right? Even the goalkeeper on the line didn't move. The centre back didn't move because everyone thought he was going to spin and fucking flick that top fucking or bottom right corner. Yeah. And he just done a reverse low shot into the left and just killed everyone. His second goal, he took that so fucking early from so far out. And he could, let's be real, he could have run in another 10, 15 yards.
Yeah.
Right? And he just took that so early. And that shows the confidence he's got at the minute. And like, yeah, man, it's good. It's good for Arsenal. Like, I've seen people going, when we signed him, Morata and Lukaku are better. Bruv, come on. On what fucking planet? What planet are you on if you think Morata's better than Lacazette? Seriously.
I had no worries. Because you know why? It's because both of them started well. Do you remember they both went on a little run where they both had like 4 or 5 goals and people were starting to laugh at Lacazette because I think he only had 1 at the time.
Lacazette went 10 games without a goal. Right?
Yeah. And I'm like, there's another great striker we had that went 10 games without a goal.
Well, fucking Thierry Henry went 6 months without a fucking goal. You know what I'm saying? Right, but do you know what's funny, right? When we played Chelsea at the Bridge last season, like, if you go back to my AFTV interview, right, I'm going, I hope Chelsea have kept the receipt for Morata, right? Geezer's a donkey, this and that, yeah. The next game they played Stoke, he scored that trick. Fucking funny, man.
Oh, shit. All right, so what is your prediction then? Let's wrap shit up out here.
Well, we need to score... Well, win by 4 goals to go above Chelsea. We'll be above them.
That's all you want.
Yeah, we'll be above them on alphabetical order, man. We'll be joint goal difference a lot, so we'll be above them on alphabetical order. So yeah, I'm going 4-0. Fuck Chelsea.
There you go. For me, I'm a little bit more apprehensive, and I'm going to go 2-0. I think we'll keep a clean sheet. I think people overestimate the trouble that Vardy will cause, even though I am a little worried about Mustafi playing, but I don't think he'll score. I think Vardy's in shit form. And I think we'll have him on lockdown. I think I'd be more worried about this game if it was in Leicester. But at the Emirates, I think we've got these motherfuckers. I think it'll be 2-0. And I think we'll play a nice, cool-headed, calm game. And I'm also, a little bit of a surprise for you, going to my very first Premier League game of the season. I'm going to this game on Monday.
Go on, man.
So, I'll be sitting in a bit of a weird spot, though. I'm a North Bank guy normally. I'm sitting in the clock end guy. But I can't hate on it too much. My boy Mike, who's been on the show, been on this show before from Gunners in the USA podcast. Big shout out to him. He's hooking me up with a ticket. And I believe Ola, who's in the chat room at the moment, is also going as well. So a big little group of us is going to go and...
A big little group? That made no sense.
A big little group, don't worry. couple of us are big boys. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. So we're all going to go out, hang out in the clock end and probably get ourselves kicked out because I hear they don't let you stand in the clock end. So
no, you got to sit your ass down, bruv. Trust me.
That's going to be a fucking problem. When people are fucking up, I like standing. So that will be a problem. But
the only advantage you've got, depending on where you're standing, you could be literally right next to the away fans and just have it with them the whole game.
Oh, is it? Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, if you're clock end lower, you could be literally right next to the. Depends what block you're in. You could be literally right next to them. So all that separates you is just a fucking load of steps and a couple of stewards. You could just fucking tear them a new one.
Okay. I'm sorry. I've just got like a question from Ola that I'm going to ask at the very end. Just because it's Ola, I'll answer it at the very end. But yeah, that should be good. So I'm hoping to go to that game, and it should be. We're definitely going to be enjoying it. Probably going to be doing a little bit of pre-game stuff as well. I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to properly vlog this time. It ain't going to be Lee DT troops level, so don't expect that. But it will be a decent vlog, and I'm actually going to use my work phone to do it. So hopefully, using the iPhone, it's slightly better quality. So hopefully, it should come
better
out.
than that Android shit, mate.
Listen, don't worry about it, Android. Don't worry about it. It's got battery problems for Android, but other than that, it's a good phone.
Do you know what? Every single video I've ever posted on YouTube has been done off my iPhone. Yeah, go and have a look at the crystal clear picture of every single one of them videos.
People have been banging on about how good the iPhone is for vlogging, and I know that all of people's favourites, Arsenal YouTubers, use the iPhone to do it. I'm more of an Android guy, I must admit, but I do have a work phone for a reason, and I am coming straight from work, so I might pull out the work phone and just say fuck it, I'll just do it. It's not like it's going to cost work anything. It's recording a video, so yeah. But yeah, hopefully, so that will be really good. Really enjoy it. Spending time with Ola. Speaking of Ola, he's asked the final question before we smoke off this. So let me ask this question.
Go on.
And Ola gets into question mode. It's an interesting one. So he goes, I've got a question. If you could choose 2 players from a newly promoted teams to improve our squad, who would it be and why? So
Great question. Ryan Sessegnon, all day long.
And Fulham.
Ryan Sessegnon.
Okay.
As much as I don't believe the hype that everyone's hyped him up, yeah, he's a fucking good player, right? And he has the potential under a top draw manager, which I think Emery is, tactically, defensively, offensively, whatever. I think Ryan Sessegnon could be fucking, I'm not going to fucking go as far as to say one of the best players in the world, but he could potentially be one of the best players in the league. And he's so young as well, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, for me, Ryan Sessegnon all day long. I wouldn't play him at left back. He's fucking wasted at left back or left wing back or whatever the fuck they play him. I'd play him left forward. Yeah, or left wing. Yeah, that's where I'd play him. And Ruben Neves. I think that guy is fucking unreal. Like, some of the goals the guy scores, some of the free kicks, and just his all-round play. He's a top player, man. And obviously, I think Wolves will stay up. I don't really think that's in question, considering the state of the fucking teams below them. But I think come next summer, there's going to be a lot of bigger teams. No disrespect to Wolves, they're massive. I can't wait to go there, man. Their ground's going to be bouncing, right? But I think there's going to be bigger teams in terms of the stature in the league. Mate, that's going to be a great game. But yeah, I think that a lot of people will be in for him in the summer. So yeah, that's my 2, man. What about you?
So funny enough, I shit you not, those are my 2. I shit you not. I rate Ruben Neves so much, and I do think
he's in my dream team, man.
He's in a couple of my fantasy football teams as well. I'll be honest, and I do think with Sessegnon, if we could figure out what the fuck his actual position is.
He's not a left wing back or a left back. No way in a million years. That guy is a fucking left winger or a left forward, mate.
The problem is he's not creative enough to be a left winger either. So what is he?
Yeah, but you say that, but that's because he's only played at left back all fucking season or most of last season. But the guy scores goals, right? And he's fucking lightning quick, right? Yeah. So, when we're banging out Aubameyang on the left wing, well, there's your fucking replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could then go any formation. You could put Aubameyang up top and stick Lacazette on the bench and then play Sessegnon on left side. Yeah, and next game you could go, do you know what? Sessegnon your drop, bruv. Aubameyang's playing there or whatever. Or you could go fucking 2 up top. Do you know what I mean? It's then drop him. Yeah, mate, that geezer, he has got the ability to go right to the very fucking top for a long, long time. It's just whether, let's be real, he ain't ever staying at Fulham for the rest of his life. That ain't happening. Right, and as much as I don't really dislike Fulham as a football club, I think their fans are quite decent as well. Let's just be honest here. He ain't staying at Fulham. Yeah. So a club's going to come in for him, and it's what happens from there on when he signs that massive bumper pay deal where his career goes, because it could go downwards because it all goes to his head. Let's say a Man United come in for him. one of the biggest clubs in the world, that could totally fuck his head up. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm now playing for Man United. The pressure of playing for United is like an institution. Do you know what I mean?
I will say that I do quite like Seri, just as a quick shout out.
He's all right, but I'll be honest with you, I'd have Torreira and
me too. To be fair,
yeah, I'd have Torreira, mate. Fucking Seri did fuck all against us the other week, mate.
Yeah,
nothing, and that is the difference between a good player and an elite player. Yeah. You know, Sessegnon, he's only a kid, right? So you've got to go, yeah, some weeks he's going to play shit for maybe a month, and then he'll have a great game, then he'll play shit for 3 weeks, then he'll have a great game, then he'll play shit for 2 weeks. Yeah, and that's how you manage the kids. This is what I was saying to you before on here, loads of times about Iwobi. You know, playing him, and then dropping him for 6 weeks, bringing him on as a sub for 5 minutes, then dropping him again, then starting him against fucking whoever, and playing him out of position, then drop it. It's piss poor management. Yeah. You've got to manage these guys, especially the young ones with super raw talent. You've got to manage them so perfectly, yeah? And that is the difference between, for example, a Jermaine Pennant going sideways and into obscurity and ending up on Jezza, which I think apparently he was on Jeremy Kyle the other day.
Was he actually on Jeremy Kyle?
Yeah, that's it. Whether he was or not, I don't know. But somebody.
What, with his wife? Presumably.
I don't know, man. Fucking, so I see a tweet saying this is how fucked up Jermaine Pennant's career's gone. He's now on Jeremy Kyle. Yeah. And that kid, when he played for us, I remember he scored a fucking hat trick against fucking Southampton, was it? Yeah, I think fucking
such high hopes for it back in the day.
Mate, we signed him. He was the highest fucking record fee for a teenager. We bought him from Luton for fucking £1 million at 15 or 16 or whatever it was. Yeah. And it's just like, you know, but the money went to his head, piss poorly managed, never really fucking, you know, had a proper run of games. You know,
terrible people in his life as well.
Yeah, terrible. Man, like proper, just idiots. And I don't know if you've watched this. Anyone who ain't, yeah. By the way, I'm going to big up True Geordie here, yeah. Right, I'm going to plug that. Right, I
love True Geordie, so you can plug away.
I watched True Geordie's podcast with Niall Ranger. Mate, that was the best podcast I've ever watched in my life.
That was easily my favourite episode of this.
Yeah, mate.
Fascinating.
And the funny thing was that anybody who don't know who True Geordie is, fucking you living under a rock for a start, right? But his first ever video was him talking into an iPhone that was laying or held up on a fucking ironing board, cunting off Niall Ranger for 5 minutes. Right, and it went fucking viral. And now, like, 1.5 million followers later, he gets him on the show. Right, but you know what? I actually sat there and I watched that podcast, and I couldn't feel so like. I felt a little bit sorry for Niall Ranger. I couldn't sit there. I couldn't sit there and hate on him. Do you know what I mean? It was like you've beat up women. Yeah, you fucking smashed in doors. You've nicked mobile phones off kids. You're missing training. You're turning up late. You've done every single dickhead move when you're in such a privileged position. But the way you come across, it was just like, I get you. Yeah, I get you. You had way too much given to you way too quickly, and it fucked your head up. You know, fucking, you've gone from being a nobody to now I'm playing for Southampton. Oh, now, by the way, so-and-so want you. Now you're signing for Newcastle. Yeah, and like, did you hear what he said in that as well? About, it wasn't so much the wages, it was the bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, if you get in the squad for match day, that's a bonus. If you're on the bench for match day, that's another bonus. If you come on as a sub, that's another bonus. It goes, the bonuses, we're killing it. Yeah. And like, mate, the geezer's off key. Granted, he's a bit of a live wire. And you wouldn't want to write hook off the cunt. He's fucking a big lad, isn't he? Right?
I will say this. A little fun fact. He was born in an area called Wood Green. Wood Green is 5 minutes away.
I know Wood Green. Yeah, I know Wood Green.
5 minutes up the road. Literally 5 minutes up
the funniest thing about that whole thing was when he was saying he was sneaking out to go out clubbing and the bird at Southampton in the lodge grassed him up. It was like, what a cunt. Yeah, but do you know what? He don't help himself, right? And at the same time, anyone who ain't watched it, go and watch it. Yeah, go and watch it, right? It's nearly 2 hours long, yeah? Go and watch it. And at the end
it's a good little tube ride type of podcast.
Yeah, man. I watched it over 2 days. I actually tweeted and tagged both of them in it. And Niall Ranger actually liked my tweet, yeah? I said something along the lines of, like, listen, this is too much too soon. I bet if he could go back and do it all over again with the knowledge he's got now, like, I can't really hate on the guy, blah, blah, blah. And he'll get another club and he'll fuck it up again because that's just his mentality. But
well, he's only 27, so and he was quite a good player. So
yeah,
I can see.
I didn't even know this, right? His debut was against Arsenal, innit? At the Emirates. His debut, or he was in the squad. I think he came on against us at the Emirates. Yeah, but the funniest thing is when he's been drafted out of Newcastle youth team or reserves, and they've said, yeah, you're coming to train with the first team, which was about a week before the Arsenal game at the Emirates, right? Obviously, he's only known Kevin Keegan as Keegan. It's like, yeah, Kevin Keegan, right? So he's fucking bowled up. Kevin Keegan's gone, you right, Niall? And he shook his hand and went, you right, Keegan? Keegan ripped him a new one and goes, who the fuck in front of the whole squad? Who the fuck are you calling it? I'm Gaffer.
You called me Gaffer. Yeah.
Fucking brilliant, man. Mate, I love listening to fucking footballers talk, man, because some of the stories they come out with are just fucking brilliant. It's like another one as well. I'm going to plug this quickly. Hello, can you hear me?
Go on, yeah. It's a bit faint, but I can hear you.
Yeah, another one. Go and check out John Sitton's fucking. I'll retweet it in a minute. Yeah, fucking John Sitton. If you don't know who he is, he was the one who said, "Bring your fucking dinner." Yeah, fucking mate. Trust me. Yeah, that I'll retweet it in about 10 minutes. Yeah, right. Fucking hour and a half. I watched that the other night about like basically he was the one that fucking got drafted into being Leyton Orient's manager when he was 34, right? And there was a documentary and all that, and they just portrayed him to be a cunt, right? And no football club will touch him, and he's been ousted from football, and it's a fucking travesty what's happened to him, man. The geezer's so knowledgeable, but yeah, there we go, man. All right, I'll stop waffling. I'll let you all enjoy your evening.
So yeah, for me, pretty much just to answer a couple of questions. Marbles TV, no, the Tottenham shop ain't in Wood Green anymore. The reason for that is because from Arsenal fans that used to live in Wood Green as well. So they decided to relocate it. It's no longer in Wood Green. No, they hasn't been in Wood Green in the last 10 to 15 years. So you must have been in Wood Green back in the day. And as for Umar, no, I've never known a time where secondary school kids used to arrange to have fights at Wood Green. Never. I've always grown up around. I've never ever heard. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it from us. So thank you to it was at one point over 110 people.
Happy days.
Which on a Saturday night. Short notice ain't bad. So thank you so much for all of you guys that tuned in. If you're listening to us for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to know when our next shows will be. Over 100 people in here currently watching us now, so you better be hitting that like button. Also, do follow me on Twitter. Do follow me on Instagram. Lee, let the people know where they can find you, bro.
Lee Gunner 82 on Insta and Twitter. Anybody who follows me from this show on Instagram, DM me. Tell me you follow from here. I'll follow you back. Twitter, I don't really care, but Instagram. Yeah, just DM me and tell me you followed from this show and I'll follow you back, man.
There you go. And all the links to all our socials that we just talked about is in the description below. And also, I don't plug this enough, but this podcast will go out on the FNX network. I will be putting on this podcast onto iTunes as well. So I'm going to render it, edit it a little bit, and put it onto iTunes. Just so for all those people who bitch about, it's taking me ages to get through your 2-hour podcast. All of my podcasts, particularly Lee, Ola, Mem, Kenny Ken, all the people that are featured on here, it will be put onto that. So you can download it, listen to it when you're on the tube, and go from there. All right? So that's pretty much it from us, guys. So thank you so much for listening to us. Lee, thank you once again for coming on.
No, cool, man. Nice one. No, you're welcome, man. Nice one.
All right, brother. All right, people. We're out of here. Take care. Peace.